Hey everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls. This episode of Dark Souls, we are going to be taking on the boss of the area and finishing up with Lost Izalith. Before we move forward, I just want to tune some of my magic. Remedy. Don't really know if we need... we really don't need any of these. Let's see. Especially for this boss, and you'll see why. What I really need is something that's going to help me move fast. You know what? We'll just stick with this, and let's go over to the fog gate. Just let me push my chair back a bit, only because the tray for the keyboard is right where... let me make sure I have this ring on. Ooh, that would have been bad. The tray for the keyboard is right where my hands naturally rest, which is a bit problematic. So now we're actually just going to go up to the fog gate and deal with the boss of this area, who you can probably guess is the Witch of Izalith, now being transformed into this horrible bed for demons. It's interesting that specifically the word bed is used because you think of a bed as, like, you can think of a bed as a birthplace where in the past people would have given birth on beds, and obviously you have sex on a bed, which is like the act or the inception of creating. So she is the bed of chaos because she is where all these chaotic beings are coming from. It's somewhat implied that these demons are the old denizens of Lost Izalith, having been transformed. You can also you can think of bed as like a riverbed or like a plant bed, and you'll see that becomes important later on. Now, the Witch of Izalith is, well, she's kind of known as the worst boss in the entire Soul series, which, you know, there's that. So, her boss fight isn't particularly good, but there's still some things God damn it, there's still some things I appreciate about it. So, let's just get right to it, and we're going to have to get past here and kill this Chaos Eater first. No, we didn't even need Crystal Magic Weapon. Beware of Darkgrave. Yep, so this is messages about Kirk. And it should just be right up here. Okay, and I am going to use an Estus Flask here. Alright, folks. We have nothing left to do but go through this fog gate. So you can see, a lot like Nito, there is a sort of ramp that takes us to the boss, which is a cool idea. It's almost like the antechamber to a boss fight in Mega Man. It gets you amped up. And there she is. You can see she's got some, like, almost a head and some arms. Now, this boss is different than all the other bosses in the fact that it is basically a puzzle. I'm going to ask this up real quick. What we want to do is we want to get in here, and we want to basically destroy this thing. It's almost like currently we are releasing the witch, and I'm dead. So this is one of the big reasons why people dislike the Bed of Chaos. A lot of the boss fight, it really just comes down to... it comes down to dodging falling floor and those swings, which are very big. So, why don't I go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and use a humanity here. We have so many, we might as well. By the way, it is possible to save Solaire. If you give Quilag's sister, I think 30 humanity, she'll unlock that shortcut for you. And with that shortcut, you can essentially open it up and kill the Sunlight Maggot before Solaire comes to it. And that basically allows you to summon Solaire for the final boss fight. There's no new dialogue or anything like that. But it's cool how FromSoft really covered their ground and covered themselves to make sure that if someone did that, then it would make sense for why Solaire would still be alive. Okay, moving on. I think this time we're going to run past these statues here, these demon statues. You see they're very slow, so it really isn't too big of a worry. Even this Chaos Eater will come down to meet you halfway. So you can pretty safely just run past him. I love the noise they make. It sounds like a Banjo-Kazooie musical instrument. And the door is big enough, I think, for the Chaos Eater to come through. So if you stay too close, he might chase you. But yep. So you'll see something once we walk back in. And I'm actually fully prepared to lose all of my souls and those for humanity. Which isn't bad in the long run. But you'll see that that thing is completely gone. And I actually don't see my souls either. It's because this boss has checkpoints. Come on. So this is really annoying, right? You can clearly see how literally it's just like an obstacle course that you have to get through. Alright, let's see. So the way this boss is designed, you've got these sweeping arms that'll come down and slam on top of you like so. And then you've also got these things that'll come down. And look, they do Chaos Firestorm on you. Let's see. Now what you want to do is you want to come right here, basically. And, oh shit. He messed us up. That was not good. I need to mess this up again. You can see the vicious cycle here. Oh. And perhaps what I can do is roll onto this. Oh, there we go, finally. I'll Estus up. And we are out of Estus, but we should be fine. And what we want to do is break through this. Oh boy. Oh man, I just barely survived that. So she will Chaos Firestorm you on your way down here. And this right here, this being, this bug, being controlled, is the demon that the Witch of Izalith has been transformed into. We're going to put it out of its misery. If we can hit it. We're going to put it out of its misery. that gives us a Lord Soul. Going to rest at this bonfire to get all of our health back. And I'm going to see if I can find my humanity and my souls. But first and foremost, I want to go ahead and read the soul of Bed of Chaos, Mother of Demons. Mother of all demons, the Lord's soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. So the sort of reasoning or how this works is, by the way, I guess we have to, I don't know how we get back, but I also don't know where our souls are. Are they outside the fog gate? I don't think that is correct, right? I didn't see them over there, though. And, you know, we can't come back. So, well, I guess we'll have to leave them. We have more souls now, so it's not really a big deal. But when she created the first flame, when she tried to duplicate the first flame, what she was doing is really she was trying to create the essence of life, because fire is what life arises from. You'll recall that the arch trees and the stone dragons are not life; they're everlasting. So, in attempting to create a new first flame, she created a monstrosity, something that is life run amok and rampant, and that is basically what demons are. They are chaotic life run amok. I'm gonna warp back to Firelink now. Actually, we don't want to do that. We want to warp to Daughter of Chaos Bonfire. So, I'm actually wondering now if...
Oh, my dear sister, don't mind me. It does not hurt terribly. Quayla, please, sister, do not cry. I am happy, really. I have you, don't I? Goodbye, Quayla. It was so very nice to chat.
You'll notice over here, where we found that wall before, I think this body was always here, but now there is an item on it. And this is the thorn set. You might be wondering, why is it here? And why did he invade us twice while we were down here? Hopefully I can answer that question. If only I could find it. There we go. Armor of Kirk, Knight of Thorns, a notorious member of the Dark Wraiths. A dense patch of thorns grows from its surface. It is a fitting item for the murderous Kirk, for by simply wearing it and rolling, one can damage enemies. And let's go see his helm. So you won't find a description of his motive on his armor set. But it's kind of clear now. First of all, his body is here. And this bonfire is the home of the Daughter of Chaos Covenant. Or the Chaos Witch Covenant. And when you invade someone, your primary goal is to kill them to steal their humanity. So he's invading people, and he's a member of his covenant. Now, if we recall, Quelaag, she was trying to stop us because she wanted to kill us so that she could take our humanity and help her sister. Now, I think Kirk has the same motive here. I think he's actually enchanted by Quelaag's sister over here. I think he wants to help her and ease the suffering of these folk here. So he's searching for people to invade to steal their humanity. Which, it's a bit of a shame because, you know, if he just asked us, I would have given him humanity. He didn't have to kill me. But it is what it is. So we're not going to go down the shortcut, because there's one last thing we have to do. And I'm going to go put on the orange shard ring. We want to go down over here to the Demon Ruins. And I want to go ahead and rest at this bonfire. And I suppose I should level up as well. I'll put into strength, because I don't see us getting any new miracles. What I want to do is I want to... Sliding down is probably not good. By the way, that outside dome is where we... That dome is where we went to when we actually went to Lost Islith. We went in there. We looped around and we went in there through these sort of structures. You'll recall that there was an item in the middle of the lava. Well, now that we have the orange shard ring, we should be able to traverse it really easily. You can see it down there. After this, we are going to head back to Firelink Shrine and close out some NPC stuff. But this is a very important item down here. Not for me, because, you know, my character build is pretty much finalized at this point. Although this might help us build some items for lore purposes. But so this is the Chaos Flame Ember. And now that we're done, I can take off this ring and I can put on the Eastwood Green Ring. Or the Darkwood Green Ring. Yep. Let's go ahead and look at that item. Ember required for weapon ascension. Chaos Flame Ember is an art of the lost city of Islith, handled only by blacksmiths knowledgeable in ancient methods. Sends +5 flame weapon, a chaos weapon. Chaos weapon can be reinforced +5. Chaos weapons are demon weapons augmented by humanity, which inflict fire damage. Okay. So, let's go ahead and run back up. I'm not going to use the Homeward Bone because I only have one. And I think I want to actually buy some more. I think Moss Lady will sell us some. And we have to go back to Firelink Shrine. I need to speak to Patches for the first time. Buy some of his items. Actually, I probably don't need to buy his items so long as I can read their description. That's really what I'm after here. And then we have to go to Ash Lake. So let's go ahead and warp back to Firelink. Now you might think that because we've killed all 4 of the lords that our playthrough is almost over, but we actually have a lot left to do. I have to show you a secret area, and there's one area we just haven't explored. So you'll notice that Sieglind is here, because she's got a claymore. That's how you can tell them apart.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
That's fantastic.
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I just have to kill him again.
Oh.
My father? Don't worry.
You see how that sort of spins the whole story on its head? The fact that she'll have to kill him again. Now, I believe Patches is by the catacombs. Yep, he's right here.
Oh, we meet again. How many of you are there? You've come at the perfect time. I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now, and wondrous treasures have I, at a special price for you. There you are. Have a nice look at them. Oh, relax. No more funny business out of me, my friend.
So we can learn his squatting gesture. And we can buy some nice stuff from him. He has Eyes of Death, which is good for Nito, but we killed Nito. Humanity. He has Heal, and then he's got these talismans. These are really, what you're looking for him, the masks. So we have the Mask of the Mother, I believe. Let's look at these other masks. One of the 3 masks of Pinwheel, the necromancer who stole the power of the Grey Lord and reigns over the catacombs. This mask, belonging to the Valiant Father, slightly raises equipment load. This mask, belonging to the Kindly Mother, slightly raises HP. This mask, belonging to the Naive Child, slightly raises stamina recovery speed. So, Pinwheel, like I said, is 3 beings in one. Also the Cleric set, in case we couldn't find it.
Here, have you met that backwoods Shiva? Believe me on this one, my love. The man is trouble. I can see it in his eyes. I just can. No doubt about it. Watch him.
This is one of those lines that was meant to probably play into Shiva's betrayal questline, which got cut from the game. It was probably kept because FromSoft has a habit of having the evil characters or the conniving or sinister characters tell you the truth about other characters which you may not know, because they're very cynical and they expect the worst of people, and you have to sort of measure whether or not what they're speaking is true or not.
Yeah. Have you met that sunbathing Solaire? Believe me on this one, my love. He's a complete idiot. But he happens to be an awfully strong idiot. So just nod your head and keep him on your side.
Another reference there to Solaire's strength.
Wait, have you met Petrus? That self-proclaimed cleric? Believe me on this one, my love. The man is scum. Don't you be fooled by his claims to do good. They're all the same, those rotten clerics.
Petrus really has it out for... Patches really has it out for clerics.
Have you met Lautrec the Embraced? Believe me on this one, my love. He's completely mad. He wouldn't think twice about cutting somebody down. So watch out for him. Especially if you've humanity to spare.
So it is possible to, I think, speak to Patches in the catacombs. And I think you can't actually get him up here before you kill Lautrec. But it is possible that you can bring him up here before you invade Lautrec.
I'm done with the looting. I'm a humble merchant now. And wondrous treasures have I. At a special price for you.
His prices are actually very exorbitant.
What? Nothing appeals to you? Well, you must have poor taste.
And just for good measure. So he teaches us to prostrate, actually. That's pretty funny. He's bowing to us. Oh, this is not the way to go. This is how I get myself killed. So, Sieglind is here. And I think I want to go down and speak to the Firekeeper.
That you have agreed to link the fire. I thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted. And I can die human. I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please, save us all. Please. Forgive me, I am impure. Please.
Right, okay. So that is just a sort of final line if you had spoken to... If you were interested in speaking to Anastasia. Because she notices that you've basically kindled the fire as strong as it can be. And she's probably got wind of the fact that we're here to save the world. So she's thanking us, which is something you don't really expect of her because she's very quiet. She doesn't really speak with others. If we're interested in closing out this quest line, this is where we have to warp to. Here we are in Ash Lake. Now, before I go forward, I want to check to see if I collected this item, because I don't remember if I did. Should be down by the miracles. Nope. So I have to go get that. You'll remember that there was an item in a tree that I could not find a way to get to. Well, I'm going to get it now. And I'm surprised at how dark it is in our Ash Lake. Ah, there we go. I see, I remembered it being brighter. It must have been an ambient effect. Now, this is actually the location of Siegmeyer, sorry. I keep calling him Siegward because there's a character in Dark Souls 3 called Siegward. This is the location of his final adventure, his last hurrah. And the only way you can really figure that out is you'll notice that, you know, he spent some time in... Blighttown, in the swamps. And he is actually very close by to the location of... fuck. Come on. Oh, I'm one-handing my sword. You know, that would do it. I was wondering why he wasn't dead. Anyways, he spent a lot of time in Blighttown, and you might think that's just a diversion because he's going to deal with, he's obviously going to Lost Izalith. Well, that may be so, but at the location where he's at, he's awfully close to the entrance to the Great Hollow. Now, we know he's good at climbing rafters, and he can in his armor. It's not something that he actually has difficulty with, like Tarkus. So, it would stand to reason that he can probably traverse the Great Hollow. Now, this right here. This is where I have to fall off to. I fucking hate this game. You gotta be kidding me. And of course, I didn't rest the bonfire. Time to go back. It's just annoying for me because I don't even care that I died. I care more that now I have to go through and edit this. Now I have to waste the humanity, etc. Okay, so take two. I've got the Chloranthy ring on instead of the Rusted Iron ring. Ah, fucking hell. Stupid camera. Stop. When you go through... The camera's placed above the character, right? So when you go through areas like this, the camera is going to adjust depending on your angle so that it doesn't hit anything. But the problem with that is it makes it extremely difficult for you to not fall off of a walkway. There we go. What a pain in the ass. But anyways, we drop down to this little platform here. And this brings us up a tube, which this will bring us to the miracle Great Magic Barrier. And I will have to kill this guy. I have to kill these guys so that I can read this thing in peace while this big guy lumbers over. I'm just going to ignore him and I'm going to run out here. And let me get back over on the sand and we'll continue walking as I read Great Magic Barrier. And we gotta, of course, get over this lip here to progress forward on the other side. Okay, so Great Magic Barrier. Should be down here. Yep. Miracle of Bishop Havel the Rock. What's that doing down here? Cover body in powerful defensive magic coating. Havel the Rock, an old battlefield compatriot of Lord Gwyn, was the sworn enemy of Seath the Scaleless. He despised magic and made certain to devise means of counteraction. So, magic is very powerful to the dragons. I think it would be within the dragons' best interest if this miracle was kept away from those who hated the dragons and was kept in their domain, which this definitely seems to be. As far as how it got down here, I'm assuming one of the bishops, or maybe not bishops, but one of the followers or apostles of Gwyn and the servants of the gods got wind of the remaining dragon down here and came here to execute it. Nice, some twinkling. It probably came down that tree. It probably figured out that there was a world tree down over there. And so it probably plummeted to its death with that miracle in tow, thinking it would save it. Obviously, it did not. So obviously, you do have to do quite a bit of trekking. But you come over this hill, and Sieglind and Siegmeyer are there. And she'll just have to kill him again, right?
My father, all is hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Catharina. You assisted us both greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now. Oh, Father. Dear Father.
Isn't that very sad? So this quest line ends with Siegmeyer's death. You know, he was adventuring and he just wanted to help. And at every turn, we were able to overcome the challenges that he ran up against. We were able to solve all of his problems. And even when he tried to repay the favor, we kept him alive when he thought it would be his heroic sacrifice. And so he wanders down here seeking more adventure, and he probably just goes hollow. Now, this questline leaves a lot of questions unanswered, as in, you know, why did Sieglind kill him the first time? Why did he come here? Those things, I guess, we'll never know, but for now, we're going to head back to the Duke's Archives, because there's one more, well, not one more, but there's actually a few more quest lines we have to complete. And I think the next one we are going to do is Logan's. So in order to do this, I have to get back over to the room where we originally fought Seath the Scaleless. And the best way to do that, I believe, is also, you'll notice if we come over to here, I think Logan is gone. Yep, so he is left. So we know he's no longer here. And we can't climb up this fucking ladder, because if we do, we'll get shot the fuck at. So I have to figure out how to get back to the original room. Which means I'm going to have to navigate this fucking hellscape again. This twisted turns of ladders and hollows who will wreck your shit. This is not the way to go. And look at that. I have got a posse. Oh my god. I am having PTSD right now. At least they die in one hit, which is... So I want to get to that other room over there. We've got to worry about casters, but... there. Yes, so we run over to here, and we pull this lever. We hit the lever. And you'll remember this is where we fought the Crystal Warrior. In here. And up here is where we originally fought Seath, and we found that chest. And there is Logan. You can see he is naked, and he's just gone completely mad. And he's relatively easily dispatched. He drops the sorcery White Dragon Breath. He also drops his big hat and the Tin Crystallization Catalyst. Let's look at that sorcery, huh? Sorcery developed by Logan during his infatuation with Seath the Scaleless. Emit Crystal Breath of Seath the Scaleless. Although it no longer causes curse. What madness caused Old Big Hat to appropriate this frightful power of the ancient dragons? And let's look at his equipment real quick. This is the best catalyst. Catalyst imbued in terrifying crystal magic, used by Logan after his fixation on Seath, makes all sorceries incredibly powerful, but demands extremely high intelligence from its wielder and half sorcery usages. So we can really, make this good, but we don't have the intelligence for it. And the big hat. Gigantic hat worn by the great sorcerer Logan. It completely hid his face, which led to his nickname Big Hat. Famously antisocial, Logan used it to block out noise and people staring so he could focus on his own thoughts, but it does not possess any special magic powers. Yeah, look at that ridiculousness. So Logan went naked, and he was clearly trying to imbue Seath's powerful magical breath within him. He was very fond of Seath. I think, however, and most of the community think, that Logan was naked because he was trying his hardest to become a dragon, just like Seath. What's this walkway up here, by the way? Oh, Soul of a Great Hero. Nice to have that. I believe it's a dead end over here, but... Oh, no. There's a walkway on the other side as well. Okay, good. I'm wondering what's over here. I've never really explored up here before. Ah, nothing. Okay, that's fine. We got the Soul of a Great Hero. That is all I guess we could really ask for, really. And with that, I'm going to Homeward Bone. Because I do not feel like going through that nightmare on the way back. Let's go ahead and warp to our next location. Because I think we have the time to do one more thing. What I want to do is find Undead Parish. Undead Parish, Undead Parish. There we go. We haven't been there in a while. So Andre is hammering away down there. What we want to do is we want to go back up to the church and speak to Rhea. This area is so nostalgic. I love the overcast weather, the trees that are two-dimensional, these columns. Hollow shoulder shield. I don't think I've forgotten that item before. Huh, that's interesting. I want to take a look at that real quick. Metal shield wielded by hollow soldiers, heavily rusted with sturdy prophetic showing events. Okay. Yep. Huh. Still alive.
I am most pleased to find you in good health. I am ready. Let us speak of miracles. Prince and Nico were fooled by a lout named my prayers did then. It is my ignorance. Perhaps Petrus and thus I could not.
So, let's see. What do we want to get from her?
Then be safe. Farewell, Marion.
I want to go ahead and actually go back to the bonfire and buy out all of her things, because I think the next time we see her, that will finish her quest line. And we have the soul of a great hero. Yeah, wait, I don't need to go to a bonfire. What the hell am I thinking? That's not how it works. I could just do this. Soul of a great hero. Let's use Brave Warrior. I don't want to use those yet. There we go, that's all 4 of them. These last couple of episodes, I think, are going to be less focused, especially this one. Here we're just cleaning up NPC... Oh, what's this? Another shield. Wow, that's incredible. We're just cleaning up and finishing up with NPC storylines. I'm trying to do as much as I can in one playthrough without having to do a second one, you know what I mean? Let's go and speak.
Be of any help to you? I would be most pleased if that was so. May we discuss miracles then?
And she actually sells, what's it called? She sells Divine Blessings for very cheap. Just one, though. Yep.
Then be safe. Farewell, Marion Knox.
So I think with that, we've pretty much done enough in this episode to really call it an episode. I think on the next episode, we are going to probably deliver our embers. Maybe explore some of the boss weapons. Definitely going to revisit Dom Hall of Xena. Look at the boss items that he has to offer. And then, if we have time on that episode, we are going to go down to the Valley of the Drakes. And maybe even return to Anne Orlando. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys on the next episode. This has been Fahad Syed from Pixel Icons, signing out. Have a great day.